second practice. A quick turnaround from last night. How are the guys looking? Have they picked up from where they left off in spring?
Yeah. I think the knowledge by the ones and twos is really, usually you take a step back, a quick step back, not huge, but a quick step back, and then you move forward. Really, the ones and twos have kind of continued that accelerated path, and I think that's a credit to the kids, what they did by themselves over the summer. They did a lot of group work and a lot of stuff where the coaches weren't even here. Sometimes we weren't even in town, and they were still working. And the young guys are learning. The cool thing about this group is the older guys are trying to bring the young guys along, and I think you only get there when the starters say, I'm going to show you how to take my job, but you're not going to take it. And I think we have some of that on this team. Maybe not at every position, but a lot of positions. So we're moving in the right direction.
What are you seeing from guys just from the gains they made in the summertime? I know Coach Frost was talking last night. How he feels like guys look stronger, faster. What are you seeing out there from you guys?
Yeah, I mean, our team looks stronger and faster. Of course, it's only the first couple days, so we'll see how the endurance build up. But right now, I mean, the guys look like they did a heck of a job in the weight room. Some of the guys that need to gain weight are up. Some of the guys that need to lose weight are down. But the team looks great, and they're running around right now.
Sean Burgess-Becker came in. He was pricing safety. Now he's an outside linebacker. Why did you make that move?
Yeah, and no moves are final. I mean, we've moved a couple guys around so far. We're trying to get – my job, as you guys know, is to get the best 11, best 22, best 12, 13, whatever that personnel package is, the best guys on the field. And in order for us to do that, he's going to have to play a couple different roles along with some other guys. He has a lot of tools in his toolbox, but where's the best place to use them? We're going to find out here in week one.
What are your expectations? What do you expect from this team from year one to year two? What kind of development would you like to see?
I mean, what I know is the culture is better. The team is a better team. The guys are doing a better job with the process. What we don't know is we obviously lost a lot on defense. Will we respond? The front's pretty good right now, I think. They got to prove it again. They did last year, but they got to prove it again. Shaquem's got to prove it every day, just like he always has his whole life. The back end's got to step up, so we'll see how we come along. I'm really impressed with the offense right now. They look like a whole new unit. They look fast. They look like they know what they're doing. The offensive line's doing a good job. So I definitely think the offense is going to improve, and I'm hoping that we can come along with them.
You mentioned Shaquem. I mean, he obviously won the Defensive Player of the Year last year. What more can he do? What does he need to kind of step up his game this year?
Well, just like any great player, he needs to execute the details. He needs to find out what other people are doing, just not his own job now. He's past that. Now I need to know what everybody's doing so I can do my job better. And that was last year. I don't care about last year. Last year is a long time ago. Shaquem needs to be Shaquem this year. He's got a target on his back now, just like all great players do, so now he got to go.
What's your reaction to hearing that he's sleeping in the football offices during fall camp to kind of watch film and be on his own, and get ready for that?
I mean, it's not surprising if you know the kid. I mean, he's in here all the time anyways. I think it's a little crazy. I mean, I'd probably go home and lay on my own pillow, but that's what he wants to do, and if he thinks that gives him the edge, I'm all for it, as long as he can get his rest and he's ready to go. But he's a phenomenal kid. He watches more film than anybody. He meets with the coaches more than anybody. He helps the young guys. He works as hard as anyone on the team, so it's not surprising.
I know it's still early, it's just 2 practices, but any guys kind of stepping up as leaders on the defensive side?
Yeah, I mean, Shaquem is stepping up, and I think that whole defensive line as a unit, there's not one huge voice there, but the 3 of those starters and maybe the next couple guys, I mean, they bring the team with them. You know what I mean? That's just such a strong group, along with Shaquem, that everybody will follow where they're going. And Pat Jasinski's doing a nice job as the Mike linebacker, making calls and getting our defense set.
What's the biggest question you think that your side of the ball needs to find an answer for or address this preseason?
Yeah, I mean, I think the obvious one is who's going to be starting in place of the 7 starters that we lost, 7 quote starters we lost. I mean, there's been guys that have taken reps. Obviously, Trey and Kyle have taken a lot of reps, and Pat and Burke have taken a lot of reps. Titus and Bam Bam got a little action. Actually, Bam Bam was more in the spring, but who's gonna be the starter? That's the biggest question we got to ask. And are those guys willing to step in there? Sometimes it might be a freshman in there, and we don't know until the lights turn on. It's all fun and games when we're in practice, but when the live bullets are flying, it's a different ball game. So the biggest question won't be answered until game one, I think.
How much does it help him having Shaquan Burkhead come back? So for a while there, he was like he was going to be gone.
Unbelievable. He's an unbelievable family guy. You know, that's why he made the decision he did to be with his family. But having him back he's a calming force in that room. He's a great teammate, and he can lead in his own way. And just a guy that knows the system, can make the calls, and obviously he's a phenomenal athlete too. So having him back is tremendous.
Do you have to make as a coach any big adjustment starting practice in late July? You know, because it's normally you guys kick things off in August. Is anything different for you guys, or is it?
Not for me, really. I mean, maybe a little shorter vacation or a little earlier vacation, and my kids get to see me a little less. But other than that, I mean, it's status quo. We basically get done with our work before we leave for a little vacation in July, and we're really ready to hit the ground running when we walk in the door. So the adjustment's not big.
Anything else?
Besides just sleeping at the facilities for Shale and Shaquem, any other examples of him kind of showcasing his leadership examples for the team? Any detailed stories?
No, I mean, it's just, you know, stuff like the other day. You know, a lot of times I like to call the defense up after practice because I don't have as much group time as I want. You know, the way we practice now, the new NCAA rules, I don't get as much group time as I need to. And usually I call him up, and after the first practice, he had him called up, and he was talking to him. So I just kind of walked away. I said, all right, see you, boys. He got you, right? So, I mean, when you got one like that, I don't want to talk. I would rather not talk. It's not my team, it's theirs. It's not Coach Frost's team, it's theirs. So I want them to take that ownership. That's it.
Good.